Buonasera cari videospettatori e ben trovati in questa nuova diretta qui su Twitch. Un saluto anche a chi sta guardando questo video in differita su YouTube e invito loro come sempre a seguirci anche sul canale Twitch perché siamo in diretta praticamente tutti i giorni. Dalle ore 18 in poi ragazzi siamo sempre qui, quindi venite a cazzeggiare con noi. Che più siamo meglio è. Ecco la Tris in ritardo. Ciao Pimpi, ciao Tris. Come state? Tutto bene? Tutto bene, almeno voi. Madonna, io non posso parlare però così, non si ci può sentire. Allora, ho 2 maglie addosso, quindi potrei anche sudare da un momento all'altro. Allora, che cosa è successo? Ieri praticamente avevo deciso di fare, o meglio stamattina, avevo deciso di fare un po' di missioni secondarie in modo tale da poter andare avanti e non fare le cazzate. È successo che però una delle missioni non avevo notato che era selezionato perché qua sono missioni della storia principale, queste 3 praticamente, 1, 2 e 3. 1, 2 e 3. Poi ci sono le missioni storia, che non ce ne frega un cazzo praticamente, e poi le missioni avventure che sarebbero quelle là secondarie, proprio secondarie. Quella storia diciamo che spiegano un po' la storia di qualche personaggio, ma non è niente di impellente. Le cose importanti sono queste 3 qua. Ora per caso, convinto che fosse una missione storia, sono andato avanti in una di queste. Fate vedere se ci stanno le missioni già fatte da qualche parte. Ah, però qua ci stanno, lo potrei anche trovare. Vi ricordate ieri che praticamente la tizia del villaggio, quella che ci dà le missioni, praticamente ci diceva che era arrivato in un villaggio un tizio biondo, ma con una benda sull'occhio. Infatti avevamo detto forse sarà fratello di qualche parente di Kaya. E in realtà ho seguito quella. Voglio vedere se la trovo per qua, perché ci dovrebbe essere. Viaggiatore forse? Ecco qua. Ecco qua. È questo. Che bello, erano un mare sono. Infatti dice ma sta missione non finisce più. In realtà è perché era una principale. Allora, in poche parole, cosa è successo? È successo che questo tizio con la benda sopra gli occhi lo incontriamo e praticamente ci dice che, bisbigliando, che siamo uguali a lei. Quindi subito collego al fatto che sta parlando di nostra sorella gemella, perché noi l'avevamo già vista in come si chiama? In qualche video, che effettivamente sembra una cattiva. Ciao nana volante. Sembra effettivamente una cattiva in quella storia. Comunque se seguiamo sto tizio, e questo tizio cosa scopriamo? Scopriamo che c'era in passato, tipo 500 anni fa o giù di lì, c'era una regione che si chiamava un nome impronunciabile che non mi ricordo, con la K inizia ma non mi ricordo. Eccola qua, questa la leggete, Kenieria. Questa regione praticamente non aveva nessuna divinità, non perché il dio era morto o quant'altro, ma proprio perché la popolazione di quella regione aveva deciso che non c'era bisogno di avere un dio. Infatti tipo costruirono tanta roba, comprese le guardie delle rovine, quelle là giganti, quei robot giganti che ogni tanto troviamo, e scopriamo che quei robot giganti non si chiamano guardie delle rovine, ma si chiamano zappaterra, e furono creati dal popolo di questa regione, sostanzialmente. E si chiama zappaterra no perché zappavano la terra, perché tipo c'è una cosa sotto che per loro, per difendere la terra c'è bisogno di acciaio e sangue, una cosa del genere, e perciò l'hanno chiamati zappaterra. Non c'è un cazzo, però va bene così. Che succede? Succede che praticamente gli dei, bastardi come sono, ovviamente non va giusta cosa e prendono e attaccano questa città, o meglio la radono al suolo, la vogliono radere al suolo, e alla fine ci riescono a radere al suolo questa regione. Radendola al suolo, cosa fanno? Tutti gli abitanti di questa regione vengono mandati nell'abisso e diventano i cattivi che incontriamo noi per la strada, praticamente. Noi i mostriciattoli, quelli che tipo i maestri dell'abisso, quelle cose lì, a quanto ho capito sono quella roba lì. Li mandano là dentro. Oltre al fatto di distruggere praticamente tutta la civiltà. Rimangono le guardie, o meglio quei robot rimangono a svariare a girare a caso per il mondo, perché non sanno più che cazzo fare, e appena vedono un qualcuno lo attaccano praticamente. Noi l'abbiamo scoperto tutto questo perché c'erano dei maestri dell'abisso che cercavano di magheggiare con queste guardie sostanzialmente. Comunque arriviamo alla fine di tutto questo a combattere con l'apostolo dell'abisso, che è un coso enorme, un mostro enorme, roba varia. Comunque lo sconfiggiamo. Nel momento in cui lo stiamo per uccidere, interviene la nostra sorella gemella, che si chiama Lumine, lei, mentre noi ci chiamiamo Ether. Ed è la prima volta alla fine che incontriamo e ci possiamo parlare. Da quello che si capisce dal discorso succede questo, che Lumine, la nostra sorella gemella, si è svegliata prima di noi. Non si sa quanto tempo prima, probabilmente parecchi anni prima, e si è messa ovviamente a viaggiare, a capire dove cavolo stava e cosa poteva fare per andarsene. In questo viaggio che ha fatto, praticamente, è diventata quella che è, ossia è dalla parte dell'abisso. Noi cerchiamo di convincerla dicendo: ma cazzo te ne frega di sto posto di merda, andiamocene e freghiamocene. E lei ci risponde dicendo che praticamente dobbiamo ancora finire il nostro viaggio noi, e quando finiremo il nostro viaggio sostanzialmente capiremo tutto. Perché è così importante questo posto? Poi un'altra cosa che abbiamo scoperto è che sto tizio, che non mi ricordo manco più il nome, eccolo, Dane Leif, quello con la benda sull'occhio, praticamente faceva parte di quella regione, però lui stranamente non fu mandato nell'abisso sostanzialmente, non è stato mandato nell'abisso, e tra l'altro lui era quello che doveva difendere questo popolo. Non si è capito poi, non ci ha fatto capire bene che cosa è successo. Nel frattempo nostra sorella gemella ci dice che lui è il suo acerrimo nemico praticamente. E non si sa perché, che cosa è successo. Sappiamo solo che Lumine, nostra sorella gemella, è uno dei capi dell'abisso sostanzialmente. Non si sa se c'è qualcuno ancora più in alto di lei, può essere come non può essere, e basta. Praticamente lei è dalla parte dell'abisso, quindi è cattiva. Praticamente questo perché immagino, questa è tutta una mia immaginazione, che dato che gli dei si sono incazzati, hanno buttato giù praticamente un'intera regione, lei si è incazzata con gli dei, infatti le divinità non le può vedere e vuole combattere le divinità. Ecco la teoria complottistica. Sì, probabilmente sì, non lo so come andrà a finire. Ma questo perché si sta facendo il bagnetto? Perché? Cioè prende pure l'acqua e si sciacqua. Sì, no, comunque è figo perché è uscita la sorella, quindi è viva la nostra sorella e ha fatto tutto il viaggio che stiamo facendo noi, lei già l'ha fatto ed è arrivata a quella conclusione. La volevo anche combattere, ma niente, è scappata. Stronza. Poi so pescare ora. E un'altra cosa che so fare è a giocare a quel giochino di merda di carte, che ci interessa relativamente poco. Ora andiamoci a fare le missioni, va che è meglio. Vediamo qua se possiamo mandare in spedizione qualcuno. No. Allora, ok, M. Vediamo dove sta sta missione. Qua giù. Ma c'è un teletrasporto? Yeah. Ecco, questo è il continuo praticamente. Mi sento un po' meglio. E a me, giusto per dire un'altra mia ipotesi complottistica, teoria complottistica, Paimon sa qualcosa e non ce lo dice. C'è qualcosa che non va in Paimon. A parte il fatto che rompe le palle, ma proprio in generale. Cazzo. No, più che non credo che sia qualcosa. C'ha qualcosa lei che deve fare. Perché questa alla fine è diventata la nostra guida e non so un cazzo. Qua sono indeciso se ringraziarla o dirle sono felice di averti come guida. Cazzo. Cazzo. Vabbè, grazie, dai. Ah, un'altra cosa strana era che durante i vari inseguimenti al tizio dell'abisso abbiamo trovato una statua capovolta, testa sotto, che non avevamo mai visto. Probabilmente era la statua delle sette, dei sette come cavolo si chiamano qua, già mi sono dimenticato, quelle che incontriamo per la strada, però di quel mondo che non c'è più, quella regione che non c'è più. Devo dare una lezione che non dimenticherò. Vedi, andiamo a Inazuma, che sarebbe quel posto lontano. Ah, vero, Atsuko. Ok. C'era il porto, c'era la tizia che veniva da quel posto. Gli abbiamo trovato un lavoro praticamente ieri. Allora, in realtà non è che ho giocato tantissimo, poco. No, ma alla fine peschi sempre, Tris. E che non te ne fai niente. Sì, lo usi come cibo, ma onestamente. Puoi fare anche altre cose, se non mi sbaglio.
Oh, hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh.
We came to the right person.
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and after I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reach the end. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would, and even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise,
Nient'altro?
you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma.
Ecco il modo.
Known in Liyue, voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
You're right. Paimon's sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there. Her crew is super strong. But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take...
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest.
Lo sappiamo
on a
dov'è.
supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Ok. Abbiamo trovato la strada per andarci finalmente in quel posto di merda. Ecco qua. Eccolo là. Azzo. Basta questa?
Oh, if it isn't the traveler in
Ah, ma è lei. È convinto che fosse il capitano.
Paimon. What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... Yes, the star.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
Essenza di stelle.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Oh, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just
Ecco che divaghiamo. Torneo della Crux.
do you mean
I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round, get this, it's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in...
Inazuma? You?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
Ma io voglio la visione. Cazzo ce ne frega di Inazuma.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have...
What are we gonna do?
Great. Then let's get you signed up.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Ma escono pure queste visioni. Chissà. Vabbè. Pensavo che questo fosse il capitano, invece no, è lei. Vai all'arena del torneo. Ah, non è qua il torneo. Ah, pure questo parla di visioni. No. È una cosa a tempo. No, dove ci può? Ma non mi devo distrarre con queste cose secondarie. Oh, cazzo. Quanti ne sono? No, basta, non mi devo far distrarre. Andiamo a fare la missione. Valuto gli altri concorrenti. Perché abbiamo dei nemici? No. In combattimento, dai. Ne sono andati.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also—
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled.
Non credo di averla mai sentita.
You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded—
Meno male che è famoso.
The clan is nowhere near as famous as the master himself anyway. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless other clans have borrowed extensively from him. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change—
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to—
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to—
Questo ti sta fottendo alla grande.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master, recently though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns, folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all—
See you in the arena.
Dai, sti due già sono coglioni.
Hello? Are you here to compete?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just the clash as a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So,
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
uh-huh. Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a... I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the...
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in... Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Tra l'altro si chiama Zio Yun questo.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to... I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blast, of course. I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric stats. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Tutti coglioni, sono tutti coglioni.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
Chinksa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you?
Sono io.
Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Vedi, basta dire anti-hack, siamo famosissimi, ragazzi. Siamo famosissimi.
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they...
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
Sì, tutti gli autografi che volete, non vi preoccupate.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations and
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Ho sconfitto l'antica divinità Osail e questo è uno. Ci sono altri? Ho sconfitto un messaggero dei fauti.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
Può dirlo forte, può dirlo forte.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling... Right. Your registration is a great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take it.
There's another prize too? Oh,
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as
Sì, vabbè.
So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance. Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental ability.
Ha fatto un po' i cazzi tuoi.
Just to avoid. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be all right. It's showtime. You got this.
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to come? Good. Then please.
Paimon deve morire in un forno con le patate.
Seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now.
Come on, let's go sign up.
You? You're the hero they're
Che
talking
dobbiamo?
about?
Tra cazzotte questo.
How am I supposed to win now?
Ah, ma uso la spada. Ok. Non era arti marziali, perché uso la spada?
God, why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won.
Allora fa. Oh, volevo un attimo cambiare, ecco. Volevo mettere questo prima, così almeno non cambia personaggio ogni volta. Prima del combattimento tutte queste parole voglio togliere, sconfiggere tagliandoci il fiato. No, era pure divertente la cosa, però.
I knew I. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise
Pure.
self-restraint.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. So come
Ma già abbiamo
on.
vinto,
We
quindi.
all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to aptly You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level, so I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Quindi non era finito.
But we only just started the qualifier.
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level,
To be fair, Paimon was thinking.
All right, I'm gonna watch.
Ci fanno passare alle semifinali direttamente. Via.
We're finally here, folks. The real show.
the captain seems to have high hope. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower. Very well.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you.
Relax, my guy's at the top of his.
Okay, follow me.
Follow me.
At last, the moment.
Cioè, Ronshi l'enigmatico, ma sul serio si chiama enigmatico questo.
Begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
Amico.
Don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent.
Ma non posso usare le cose, vero?
It's a fury. It's a fury.
Ah, questo pure scompare come un bandito.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right! For a moment, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong, but mine, never. I lost interest eventually.
Cioè, sempre più le parole che i combattimenti.
Fought and won against vision bearers before.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them.
Cazzo, che saggio.
Wow! Now that's true strength.
If you
Che
have a chance
saggio.
in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extreme, so don't get too cocky.
Non montatevi la testa, eh.
There he goes.
La visione sono dei poteri divini.
We should ask around. See what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Raymond thinks we might...
Ma perché devo chiedere informazioni?
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way...
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. I faltered for but a brief moment. But given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match.
Finito? No. Ancora chiedere informazioni.
Hey there!
He tried to use force. His opponent was. Why don't you dodge? They ask. Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my. Sorry, I shouldn't be.
Oh.
Thanks.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding. I could sense that, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact,
I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to...
Not exact. As for the guy, what's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling, I do not mean to...
Quindi i samurai stanno lì.
But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters. Given your talents, a few hints from me...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must...
Ah, contro di lui, quindi.
Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require...
You betcha! Wait a second. We never...
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, however, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense... Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
Non ho capito se dobbiamo combattere contro di lui o no.
Surely she's gotta know something.
Dove cazzo dobbiamo andare? 220 metri. Teletrasporto. Ma secondo te faccio 220 metri a piedi? Ma minimo no.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious.
Ecco lei, ecco lei.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell. It's weird.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind.
È tutto merito della compagnia di Paimon.
It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let's test your skill.
Ma perché devo dimostrare le mie abilità? Ah, posso cambiare pure personaggio, tu me lo dici. Lo posso buttare addosso a lui. Vai in acqua. Oh, sto galleggiando. No. Dove vai? No, quello si è rigenerato, quello stronzo. Guarda, fa finta di nulla, guardalo.
You control the elements without a vision. Oh, pay no attention to me. I was just talking to my...
Quindi? Ah, perché ci stanno altri, scusatemi, non avevo visto. In 5 secondi ma mi congelano questo. Ok.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond
Quindi non è lui il mio avversario. Peccato.
controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat him. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your... The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems. And one will all...
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods. And what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions.
Ah beh.
My apologies. You must be completely... For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we...
She sounds less like an archon and more like a...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about it.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Cioè potrebbe essere quella che all'inizio ci ha bloccato. La...
Why isn't he here yet?
Ma non è lei, ok.
Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. We've seen many exciting battles today. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui
Parla di noi.
Rangers to
Cioè,
turn
parla di me.
pale in the face. I've been waiting for... I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match, but today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone.
No.
Wait a moment. Something to Captain Beto. Perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Ha rubato la visione?
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Ecco.
The vision is...
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
Che l'altro finalista non si è presentato. E siamo andati a controllare e hanno fottuto la
I
visione.
don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beta.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watch. The culprit has only acted. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Questo è strano comunque, questo tizio.
an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the
Riproviamo.
upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
No. Alla. Ma questo è il tizio?
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Non lo sto capendo. È scappato ora?
Guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore.
You can hear that too?
Ehi.
What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
They're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Che vuoi da me, moscerino?
You caught up with me? How is that possible?
Guarda come attacca.
I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up.
Ancora, basta.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
No, ancora che mi attacca.
Wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely...
Fatto come la merda.
You...
But most disappointing of all is this. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire in...
Fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was...
So you were supposed to...
Ancora che attacca quel moscerino.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. Then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, after all I went through to get it, I think not.
A dopo, non volante.
Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't act...
You know, according to the laws of the sea,
E basta. Cazzo che mi attacchi.
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, whoa, we don't go that
Esatto.
far, do we?
Madonna.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Giustamente.
Here's something special.
Steady as stone. I'm the
Muori, dai.
I'll have my revenge eventually.
No, no. Do what you want, but please don't brand my
Solo per la fronte, no. Ok.
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed.
Ancora.
No further punishment for you.
Sta facendo i cavettoni d'acqua sto cazzo di
What's wrong?
mostriciattolo.
Punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable.
No need for that. Thank you for...
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision...
Non fa danno perché siamo fermi.
That is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity, but unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing...
E giustamente.
Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's... I see. So you are all... No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the story?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day.
Praticamente la visione, o meglio il guscio della visione che c'ha lui è del suo amico che ha sfidato il dio, come cavolo si chiama, della sua nazione, e ha perso. Poco prima cioè poco dopo che è stato sconfitto, lui ha preso la visione e se ne è scappato.
But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the war.
Kazuha.
It's just another way of saying I do as. All right then, it's time we return. Allow me to gather the wind for us.
Ok. Possiamo andare ora?
Huh? Did Beto leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang.
Convocata?
It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
Mo so cazzi.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a.
Huh? So that's what if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is
Quindi
honor
possiamo andare a Inazuma? Dai, vediamo.
Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll be sure she received. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous.
Inazuma.
You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her.
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his.
Beh, effettivamente sì.
Then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast land.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm.
Giustamente, che non basta la tempesta, pure quello che c'è dopo. Grazie mille Anonimo per la donazione, grazie mille. Allora, proviamo a fare quest'altra. Quelle sono? Sì, dai. Vediamo che è successo qua. Perché dovremmo chiedere questa tizia?
Abyssosk. What can I do for you, Trap? Ah, yes. Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I...
Ovvio.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beto will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to... The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, Captain Beto sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor.
Ah, ok, perfetto.
Beto is the captain of her word.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens, or until we meet again, ad astra Abyssosk.
Ci mancherai.
Oh, it's kinda...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive?
Ecco, sta pure sull'isola di là.
Catherine and Inazuma? See? There's no...
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message.
Ok.
Thanks for coming on.
Just following orders. I'll see you two.
Dai, dai, che andiamo di là, dai. Che ci servono per potenziare sta tizia. Più che altro. Vabbè, io mo sto andando infatti da quest'altro lato, non ci arriviamo mai a piedi. Vai. Da 3 ore ci arriviamo. La visione è senza padrone, era Pimpi, l'aveva già detto. Perché il padrone è morto della visione. È sempre così. E poi tra l'altro non sa nemmeno se la può risvegliare sta visione.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished. Well, now we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest.
Anchors away!
Fissate le ancore. Ah dai, sempre in mezzo sta questa. Ah, questa è in prima visione, è in prima visione, in prima persona. Ah, sto tizio sta ancora qua, non era andato via. Come si atteggia, guarda. Ah, c'è solo un capitano. Ed è cappello di paglia. Tutto il resto sono tutti minori. Ah, siamo arrivati, quindi dobbiamo fare niente. Non dobbiamo fare, strano.
Oh, hi there.
Chi è sto tizio? Toma.
You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Pure simpa, pure ride, cioè fa la battuta, vabbè, vede da solo.
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them.
Ci conosco fin qua giù.
Madonna.
Madonna.
Can't keep rumors of these out.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts.
Mediatore?
If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves,
Cazzo.
be sure to deal with him personally the next time I...
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
E ride.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board.
Conoscono per le mie gesta eroiche.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Molto più che eroiche.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to
Divine.
no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Spero ci incontreremo di nuovo se non muori.
Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border.
Ci serve un teletrasporto a noi.
Supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection.
Questa cosa qui in mare, là si può pescare. Questa cosa blu in mare.
So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Ah, ma già l'abbiamo il teletrasporto qua. Cosa non ho detto? La pubblicità? No, ma non c'ho bisogno di farmi pubblicità. Pesca. Che cazzo di pesci sono? Vai, inizia a pescare. Vediamo se peschiamo qualcosa. No, questo non gliene sbatte nulla di questa esca, perché poi qua devi trovare pure l'esca. Cambiamo esca. Vai, vediamo ora se vieni. No, gliene è sbattuto un cazzo lo stesso. Bravo. Ci sarà un modo per capirlo fin dall'inizio, però. Eccolo lì. Vai. No. È già scappato? Ma sul serio? Ehi. No, ho sbagliato. Cazzo quanto è duro questo pesce da prendere. Devo far rimanere la lineetta dentro a quel coso. E nel frattempo l'amo fin quando non... Cioè, vabbè, avete capito. Pesce pallamaro. Praticamente con i pesci che posso fare, li posso mangiare ovviamente, cucinare, ma li posso anche vendere ai mercanti di pesce che mi danno robe. Questa è la pesca. No, sono sbagliato. Cambiamo esca, mettiamo questa, vediamo se qualcuno viene. Tipo quello in fondo. Vieni, vieni. Non saltare. No. Vediamo la prima, quella più facile. Vediamo se qualcuno di questi viene. Ah, eccolo qua. Almeno peschiamo un altro tipo di pesce. Questo è molto più semplice. Medaka splendente. Allora il teletrasporto noi qua già l'abbiamo attivato, giusto? Sì. Ora dobbiamo andare sul... la statua per sbloccare il tutto. Vabbè, vediamo questi che ci vogliono far fare, dai.
Hello? Please state your name, identity. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also...
Siamo qui per trovare mia sorella.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to...
I see. Okay. Your paper...
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remember...
Ma dopo dobbiamo fare tutto sto macello. Madonna.
Let's not forget that to everyday folk, and as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like now. Let's head over to the Outlander.
Ma penso sia tipo una fascia in testa con... Vedo gente con la maschera, gente con la benda sull'occhio. Rubiamo comunque nel frattempo.
You really haven't heard of it before?
Ma qua c'è un teletrasporto? Perfetto. Ma ci serve la cosa però. La statua. Sta qui la statua. Se ci andiamo, non lo caghiamo a questo. Che fanno? Ci arrestano? Eccola lì. Ah, quindi c'è altra roba qua giù. Madonna. Ok, seguiamo a questo, vediamo che ci dice, dai. Noi dobbiamo trovare dei fiori. Allora, vediamo un po' quali sono sti fiori da trovare. Questi sicuro li troviamo, questi non lo so. Spettri qua parla, quindi può essere questa zona qua piena di spettri. Vedremo. Chi vivrà vedrà. Allora, sicuramente qua sopra sta qualcosa. No, ma dai che sto sopra, mamma mia. Dove cazzo mi devo mettere? Mi fa scendere sempre. Non so come, ma stiamo passando qua sopra. Ok. Bene. Electrocus. Electrocurus. Dove sta l'amico Frizzi qua?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And
yes, please.
Okay, the
Cioè già cambiamo anche la residenza. 2 milioni?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry.
Hyman wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me
400.000. È ancora troppo costoso.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
Azzo.
That's not how you haggle. By all means, bargain the price.
All right then. Then, as you wish, Mr. Toma, I will make a record.
Da 2 milioni è scesa a 600 più una cena. Vado.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million to
Ecco.
600? Something's seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee, the way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make.
Ah.
So when the day
Proprio dei ladri praticamente.
from overseas with more money than sense gets
Then they'll milk them for all the...
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really... Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this, the most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just...
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yeah, after all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't...
And...
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the...
Really? Wow!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but connections come at a high price.
Not you...
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking... In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something... I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the...
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade
Madonna.
Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. The head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk.
Ok. Allora, questo mo ci farà incontrare la Shogun. Solo che dobbiamo risolvere i problemi della città. Kaiser, il gatto chiamato Kaiser. Miau.
Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. Ah, good. That's a relief.
We heard the association has been having...
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles that...
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things...
Sì, ho capito, ma che palle, Pimpi. Onestamente.
Sakoku decree might no. What's those more...
Capite? La voglio girare pure io, però... Allora, questi discorsi non finiscono più.
Eventually. So, in order... But then we found... Now there's a... Exactly. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed... But this is a nation... Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds off. What do you think we should do?
That vendor. I've actually done business... Hey... If I...
Got it! Where...
Vado avanti perché tanto alla fine non sono cose importanti queste. Scommettesse tu.
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Non mi riconosci, sono l'immitatore di questa zona.
Haha, very funny. Real fixers don't need... So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like... Trade secret, got it? You know what trade and secret...
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? They're wasting their time.
Hey, what's your...
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place. And they ought to be more great.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
Andiamo a chiamare Toma. Tanto ha detto per ogni problema lo possiamo chiamare, quindi ora lo chiamiamo per qualunque cosa. Tanto sta qui senza fare niente.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just... Oh, that... He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the...
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that... The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned...
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even...
Really?
Well then, it sounds like...
Ok, ritorniamo lì.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Mondstadt? You were talking about... Mondstadt?
Ah, gli devo dare un coso a caso. Vabbè, tieni il suo fungo, tieni.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but the scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
Che l'Archon di Anemo sia con te. Tipo la forza sia con te. Tutti sia con te.
What is this?
Just close your eyes already.
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does.
Leah. Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. You mean, often I'll sneak down to the shore at night. I run into folks from... Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them?
Well, no one's stopped.
So, I caved. Those people... Alright.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed...
So come on.
It's a scheme by the... They start by over... Once the merchants...
It's just...
I'm their puppet, yes. Evidence. Now that I think of... As it happens...
Really?
Keijiro! It's him!
After him! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Further away! Let's catch up a little. He's getting further and further
Ma sta lì, amico.
Now, who else is behind on
Too close! It's too close! You'll notice this for sure!
Per un pelo.
Too close! It's too close! You'll notice this for sure!
Sì, ma questo è il sesto senso. Ah, perché questo si sta guardando intorno. E se qualcuno lo segue.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Hyman thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single
Great! Well, now we have a... Huh?
I need a little more time before I'm...
Huh. Poor Werner is a pretty...
Vai, forse abbiamo finito. La prima. Il primo cittadino. Ma mo ci fermiamo.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. Hmm? And who are you? Another new...
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone...
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal... So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining.
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a...
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members...
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you...
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an
well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us...
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I...
And not even an ounce of...
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out.
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name? You Outlanders have no respect. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a...
Molto male, molto male.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all that.
Cazzo, ma questo è super mega potente.
To worry about.
But Chief!
Enough. We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's... if nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigar... Shh, not here. Too many people listening.
Ok ragazzi, terminiamo qui che sta andando veramente troppo per le lunghe questo discorso senza fare un cavolo. Al massimo vediamo domani che succede. Per chi sta guardando questo video su YouTube, ragazzi, vi invito come sempre a seguirci anche sul canale Twitch, perché siamo in diretta praticamente qui su Twitch tutti i giorni alle ore 18, ragazzi. Alle ore 18 siamo sempre qui a cazzeggiare, quindi venite a seguirci, che più siamo meglio è, meglio.